All right, y'all boys. So today we're going to be going over basically one of the best defensive playbooks in the game. Now, before we go and get into these plays, a good defensive playbook basically comes down, to the formations that you run the most in the game. So if you're comfortable with, a couple of defenses, then you need to find a playbook with those plays and stick to it. But I'm going to be giving y'all boys the plays I like to run, in my own personal sauce. So let's go ahead and start off with the 3-4 odd. This is one of my favorite playbooks in the game. One of my favorite formations in the game. And the play I like to run is pinch buck 0. And then I also like to run the cover 4 drop. And sometimes I run cover 4 quarters. So we're going to do some in this video. I'm going to teach y'all boys how to run these plays, and then we're going to go ahead and get into a quick game. So let's go ahead and go over the play, pinch buck 0, and then go ahead. If you're tired of losing on college football 25 and Madden 25, I'm here to make y'all boys compy. If y'all boys want to win 10 times more in both college football 25 and Madden 25, all you have to do is go to the link in the description and head over to my Patreon. I give out the best free sauce, even my own personal sauce. It's Ebook Coaching, the best defense, offense. I'm giving the best tips and tricks away just so y'all boys could continue to win in both college football and Madden 25. And go any formation for them. Okay, the first adjustment I always like to make, because I like both linebackers on the ball. Easily I could just bring him down like this, but I just like to press triangle, then click R1 to show blitz, and you see even my DBs come down. So I like that look, and I just feel like the pressure gets back there quicker when I do that. And then I like to go ahead and click R1 and then flick up on the right stick to pass commit, and then I always put my user on a blitz, just to trigger those O-linemen to come to me, and that would free up those edge rushers or even somebody up the middle. So I would just click X and then hit my right stick down, and you see now he's on a blitz. Now, just because we put him on a blitz doesn't mean go blitz. You're still responsible for that running back. So let's go ahead and go with the play. You see running back doesn't go out, so now we just go ahead and guard anything over the middle, and you see we had that free blitzer off the edge. So you see, just because of me going down like that, even though I end up bumping into my D tackle that was on me, he ended up coming free off the edge. Now we're going to be going over the play, cover 4 drop, and when I run this play, I'll just go ahead and go to coaching adjustments, go ahead and go to auto alignment, and I turn this on base when I'm running this play. So it could look just like the pinch buck 0, and they won't know if I'm running man or zone. And if y'all boys want to see all the full adjustments I make when I run this defense, make sure y'all boys head over to the Patreon, because that's where the member only sauce is at for college football and Madden 25. All right, so like I said, let's go ahead and run the play, cover 4 drop, and go ahead and pick an offense for these boys. Let's make sure it's a pass play. And then now, it looks the same, and go ahead and set it up the same. So press triangle and then R1 to show blitz. And then most of the time I do like to, shade underneath. So I press triangle and the right stick down, and you see now the boys are playing hard flats for me, and we're shading underneath. And then I also like to pass commit if I know they're passing, so I'm gonna click R1 and then right on the right stick, the right stick up, my bad y'all boys. And then I also do like to put my player on a blitz here too, since we're only sending 3, so just to trigger those O-linemen like we're sending 4. So let's go ahead and run it. Now we go back out in coverage and guard whatever we need to guard. And you see, we were on that all day. And if y'all boys want a user video on Madden, like how to use alert, just say more drop, and I got y'all boys. So as you see here, we're guarding every, we have 2 routes right here, and it's about to be a third coming across. The main thing I'm gonna give y'all a point with usering: don't pick a man and stick to him unless he's the only man that's wide open. But especially if you're playing zone, you really have to stay in your zone. Sometimes you may have to get out of your zone to pick up somebody else's zone or pick up that slack or that open space. And you see, even though I know he's trailing backside of me, I'm about to stutter down right here. And you see I'm playing both of them, and then he ends up throwing to that running back. We come down, we play that ball, and knock that ball out. But most of the time I like to run this formation, you know, when it gets closer to the red zone, or when I know he has man beaters and I've been running pinch buck zero all game, I will pull this play out. And like I said, if y'all boys want the full adjustments, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. It is over on the Patreon. Now we're going to be going over the play, cover 4 quarters. Now, it is still on base. My alignment's still on base. And then we're going to go ahead and pick a defense for them. And when I run this play, that blitzer, the reason why I run this, you know, that blitzer, you know, I put him on a blitz. He's going to blitz. So we're just going to go ahead and press triangle, R1, bring everybody down into the box. And then here we're also going to shade underneath. So triangle and then down. And let's go ahead and hike this ball. I forgot to tell y'all boys too, if you wanted to, like I usually do, put that user on a blitz. So let me go ahead and do that one more time for y'all. Press triangle, R1, show blitz, click X, and then right stick down like that. And we're just going to go ahead and play it how it is. And you see now it's more, since we ran cover 4 quarters, it is match. So, you know, it was more of a man coverage. So if you shade your DBs either over top or underneath, you're going to just get the basic cover 4 coverage. And you see now, since we ran, you know, at normal and didn't adjust anything, it was match. So that's the great thing about this play. You could switch it up whenever you want to, even though that person was open on the left, we end up getting that sack. Now, one of my next favorite formations in Madden is the 6-1. And like I said, you see, my 2 favorite formations so far is all in the same playbook. So with this, let's go ahead and go over the coaching adjustments. So we're just going to go ahead and click R3 and then have our auto alignment base. And then we're going to go ahead and put these flats to 30 and put our, so if you play MUT, I typically like to have my flats 0, but if you're in regs, I will go 5 to 10. But let's just go ahead and put them to 0 right now. And then I'll always like to have that fastest linebacker in the middle of the field, and those 2 outside linebackers, you know, they're most of the time they are, you know, coverage linebackers with lurk artists if you're playing MUT. So let's go ahead and go to the play. And the play we're going to be going over is cover 4 quarters. Where is it? There we go, cover 4 quarters. And let's go ahead and pick a regular defense for them. So, y'all boys, stick with me now. The first adjustments we're going to make is put both corners and flat. So how to do that? You're going to double tap triangle, click square, flick down on the left stick. Then you're going to do it again, double tap triangle, click circle, flick down on the left stick again. Now you see we have both of them boys in flats. Now just because how this offense, you know, the formation they're in, I would personally go ahead and double tap triangle, click triangle again, and then flick my left stick up to put him in that deep half, you know, just so I feel more comfortable if he ends up running the streak, number 84. And then since number 9, he's not outside, he's more inside, you know, I'm perfectly fine with them over there how they are. Next, I like to go ahead and pitch out the line. So click the left arrow and then down on the left stick. And that's all you simply do. And then you just bring your user down and play over the middle. And then it's just up to you, you know, to user anything that comes across this middle of the field. And you see we get the easy sacked and everything was clamped up. Now, if y'all boys wanted to run it stock, y'all can run it stock just like this. Do the same thing. Bring this person down right here, this linebacker. And just go ahead and guard everything the same way how we just did. Ooh, I thought he had that right there. You see, that was supposed to be a sack, but we're good. Now, I only just showed y'all boys 2 setups, but over on my Patreon, I have every setup that you could run in this defense, so make sure y'all boys go check it out. Next, we're going to be going over the formation, nickel 3-3 odd, and the play we're going to be going over, y'all boys, is LB cross 3, show 2. Now, for these adjustments, I like to go ahead and put my auto alignment to base, and then go ahead and turn that auto flip off. And the reason for that is because I end up flipping this play to look like that. To flip the play, all you got to click is R2, and the play will flip. And then, you know, go ahead and come out into play. Let's go ahead and pick a play for these boys right here. All right, now with this defense, you're just going to click the left arrow and then make sure you pinch those D linemen. And then now to get out of that match, you're going to go ahead and shade underneath, so triangle and then right stick down, and now we're shaded underneath. And then most of the time I like to user the same side as that 3 rec, or usually opposite of the running back, and I will tell y'all boys why in a minute. But then I like to hover over this A gap and then go ahead and click X and put your user in the hook curl or any zone, it doesn't matter, but as long as he's in that. And then I always just like to pass commit when I know it's a pass. Let's go ahead and run this play, and you see that loop blitz comes free and we get the sack. Now what made it really come free is me, and this is the reason why. So you see, as soon as that play is snapped, I run around like I'm looping, so that pulls 69, and then once I see number 3 starts to like he was breaking in on that route right there, then I go back out and user, and then we have that linebacker over the middle. He's covering right there, so he would have got 9 for us, and you see we got the easy sack. Now that's just one way of running this defense. Y'all boys already know where to find the rest of the ways to run this defense. Now we're going to be going over nickel double mug, and y'all boys, I'm not gonna lie, this is still one of the top and best defenses in the game. And the great thing about this one, it is in every playbook. So let's go ahead and come out in mid blitz, and let's go ahead and pick a play for these boys. And now for this, I like to play aggressive, so we're just going to go ahead and press our DB. So click triangle and hit that that left stick down, and then I like to close the distance on anyone who looks out of position. So the safety over the tight end, I don't like that, because if I was on offense, I'm putting him on a drag, a post, anything. So we're going to go ahead and close that distance with those 2 right there. And then I'm going to come down on this side, and now I can either jam that tight end and then go out for the running back, or just go straight out for the running back if he releases on a route. And then y'all boys know I like to pass commit. So go ahead and click R1 and flick up on that right stick. And I do always user the person that's lined up or manned with the running back. So let's go ahead and call this play. And we're going to go ahead and jam this tight end here. Oh, he went out, so we're good. We don't have to do anything. Let's go ahead and cover everything else. And you see, we even get the fumble. Oh, and he about to take it back to the crib, y'all boys. Y'all see why this is still one of the best defenses in the game. Now we're going to go over it if your opponent releases that running back. So let's go ahead and choose new play, mid blitz, and we're going to just go ahead and have a running back release right here. Now same thing, press, so triangle and left stick down. Go ahead and bring the safety down so he's aligned on that tight end, just closer to him and not playing, like 12 yards off the ball. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass commit, so R1, right stick up. And now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just jam the tight end. Oh, my bad, y'all boys, I smacked the mic. And then go out to that running back, so let's go ahead and do it. See, we jammed it a little bit, and then we go out. Ooh, we would have had it. That wasn't, the best example. So now we're just going to go ahead and guard that running back. I also like to sit in the middle right here too, but just know it's a further distance to go guard that running back. See, we got to go across everybody, but we get the easy sack. And I usually find the pressure is way better when I line up in the middle. But like I said, it is a further distance, especially if your opponent, releases that running back a lot, because you see we got bumped there, and that could have cost us in a big way, but we still got the easy sack. Next, we're going to be going over dime 1-4, and then we're going to be going over the play cross 3 fire. But we're not going to come out in this play. We're going to make sure we put this play on our audibles. So go ahead and click L2, go down to the other cover 3 sky, and then find the play cross 3 fire. Go ahead and click on it. And then the play we're actually going to be coming out in is double safety go. And I always find it easier if you go ahead and favorite this play. So go ahead and double tap square, since that's what the play icon is. And then you no longer, have to always go to formation, go here, scroll to the bottom. You could just simply go over to favorites, and the play is simply right here for you. And then let's go ahead and pick a play for these boys. And the reason why I like this is because you see those safeties come and creep down. As soon as they do that, I go ahead and audible to the cross 3 fire, my bad. And then I like to go ahead and user this linebacker that's on the same side as that 3 rec. Go ahead and put him and a hook curl. And then, like I said, I like to always pass commit. And I'm going to show y'all boys this is the first way to run it. Let's go and have these boys snap the ball. See, everything's clamped up. Try to throw to that linebacker. That running back, we got him. And we end up giving that fumble. And we could take it all the way to the crib. And we're just going to go ahead and go down. Matter of fact, no, y'all boys know what I say. You're not a true defensive menace unless you score on defense. Now, the next way to run this, go ahead and go to cross through fire. And then you're simply just going to go ahead and press square. I said square, my fault. You're going to click triangle, shade underneath. And then I like to go ahead and QB contain. So double tap R1 where QB contain. I'm going to go ahead and come down, hover over this guard right here. Go ahead and put him in the hook curl. And this is the simple setup. Let's go ahead and hide this ball. And you see now we just go ahead and guard whatever. He tries to run out the pocket. That boy just fumbling everywhere. And you see, hey, big boy, oh my God, with the stiffy. And this defense goes crazy. So this is another loop. Blitz. Now, y'all boys, I did not drop all the sauce in this playbook. It is more secret sauce in this playbook. And if y'all boys want that sauce, make sure you head over to the link in the description. You can either join the YouTube members only, or you could just join the Patreon. Hey, y'all boys, but it's your boy Get Lamar, and I'm out. And I just gave y'all boys one of the best defensive playbooks plus defense schemes.